Let me ask you something. If your house was on fire, would you wait until the flames reached your bed to do something? Of course not. So why do we wait until a stroke hits to start caring? Strokes don't send an invitation. They strike without warning, especially after 60, and they can change your life in seconds. My friend Ellen, 65, learned this the hard way. She was playing cards with her grandkids, laughing, feeling great, when she suddenly felt a strange weakness in her hand. She brushed it off as tiredness, but it happened again a few days later. Her son insisted she see a doctor, who warned her those moments could signal stroke risk. Every 40 seconds, someone in America has a stroke, and after 60, your odds jump 25%. That's not just a number. It's your morning walks, your family dinners, your independence at stake. But here's the good news. You don't have to live in fear. Understanding stroke is your first step to staying ahead. Stick with me, and I'll share 4 big reasons why knowing more can save your life. Ready to take charge? Welcome, my friends, to the first video in our series on outsmarting strokes as we age. Whether you're 60 or 90, what we're sharing today could protect your health and keep you thriving. Strokes might seem like something far off, but understanding them now can safeguard your future. Your morning chats, your family time, your freedom to live fully. You're ready to join us on this journey, aren't you? Here's what you're in for. No confusing medical terms, just a heartfelt talk about why knowing about strokes is your key to staying strong. We'll answer one big question. How does understanding stroke help you stop it before it happens? Expect real stories, clear answers, and simple steps to start today. This is about empowerment, not fear. And here's where we begin. The first reason strokes are so dangerous is they often strike without any warning. Let's dive into why that matters and how you can stay one step ahead. Let's dive into the first reason you need to know about strokes. They hit without a whisper. One moment you're savoring a warm afternoon, maybe pruning your roses or swapping stories with your grandkids. The next, a stroke crashes in. No warning, no signal, just a quiet thief that can rob your ability to walk, talk, or remember your favorite moments. For those of us over 60, that suddenness feels like a shadow lurking. My friend Clara, 65, learned this the hard way. She was sorting yarn for her knitting group, humming a tune, when a strange fog clouded her thoughts, and her hand trembled. She chalked it up to a long week, but when it lingered, her son insisted on a doctor's visit. The truth was a jolt. Those were early stroke red flags. Studies show 80% of strokes can be stopped if you catch the signs early. Clara was rattled, but grateful she didn't wait. You can take charge too. Start listening to your body. If something feels strange, like confusion or a tremor, don't dismiss it. Share it with a loved one or call your doctor. That one move could keep you living your best life. What's one moment you love that you'd fight to protect? Share it below. We're stronger together. Now, stroke's sneaky nature is bad enough, but here's another twist. Too many folks confuse them with heart attacks. Let's unpack that mistake next. The second reason you need to understand stroke is that too many folks confuse it with a heart attack. It's easy to think a stroke is just a heart attack happening in your brain, but that's a dangerous mistake. A stroke cuts off oxygen to your brain, and that's a whole different emergency requiring its own kind of response. My friend Henry, 63, almost paid the price for this mix-up. He was grilling burgers at a neighborhood cookout, joking with everyone, when he felt a sudden heaviness in his leg and a bit of slurred speech. He figured it was heart trouble, or maybe just too much sun. His sister, who'd read about strokes, recognized the signs and got him to a doctor fast. The doctor explained, stroke symptoms need immediate action, not heart attack treatments. Every minute without oxygen, brain cells die. Time is brain. Henry was shaken, but so grateful for his sister's quick thinking. You can be that person for yourself or someone you love. Start by learning the basics of what makes a stroke different. It's not about medical jargon, it's about being ready when seconds count. Knowing this could save a life, maybe yours. Have you ever wondered how to spot a stroke? Share your thoughts below. Let's get clear together. Now, strokes aren't just a physical emergency. Their impact goes much deeper, affecting your mind and heart. Let's explore why that matters. The third reason you need to understand stroke is that it affects so much more than your body. Sure, you might think of strokes as causing slurred speech or weak limbs, but they can steal your memories, your joy, even your ability to live on your own. That's what makes them so devastating for those of us over 60. My friend Ruth, 68, got a glimpse of this reality. She was teaching her granddaughter to bake cookies, laughing over flour-dusted aprons, when she suddenly felt foggy and couldn't recall her own recipe. She brushed it off as a senior moment, but when it happened again, she mentioned it to her doctor. The news hit hard. Those lapses could be early stroke warning signs. Research shows many stroke survivors face long-term challenges like depression, isolation, or even dementia. Ruth was shaken, but relieved she acted early. Knowing the full impact of stroke pushes you to take prevention seriously. You don't need to be a doctor to start. Just learn what puts you at risk and talk to someone about it. That small effort could keep you baking, laughing, and living fully. What's one thing you cherish that you'd hate to lose to a stroke? Share it below. It helps us stay motivated. Now, strokes hit hard, but here's another surprise. They don't just target the elderly. Let's uncover why younger folks need to watch out too. The final reason you need to understand stroke is that it's not just an old people's problem. You might think strokes only hit folks in their 70s or 80s, retired, slowing down, spending days in a rocking chair. But that's a myth we need to bust. Strokes can strike as early as 50, even 40, especially if you've got high blood pressure, diabetes, or too much stress. My friend Carl, 61, was blindsided by this. He was coaching his grandson's soccer team, full of energy. When he went for a routine checkup, his doctor dropped a bombshell. His blood pressure was sky high, putting him at serious stroke risk. Carl thought he was too young for that. 61 isn't old, right? But the truth is, stroke risk doubles every decade after 55. If you've got health issues or a stressful life, it can hit even sooner. Carl was stunned, but started checking his health regularly, and he's stronger for it. You don't need to wait for your next birthday to act. Start watching your risks now. Get a checkup, ask about your blood pressure, or talk to your doctor about stress. Early knowledge means early protection. What's one health habit you've been putting off? Share it below. Let's inspire each other to start. Now, we've covered why strokes matter, but let's take a moment to reflect on what this means for you and your loved ones. We're not here to scare you, my friends. Think of this as a gentle nudge from someone who cares. Strokes can feel overwhelming. They strike silently, get mistaken for other problems, hit your mind and heart, and don't just target the elderly. But here's the truth. A little understanding today can change everything. It's not about living in fear. It's about taking small steps to protect your future. Your morning walks, your family game nights, your chance to keep shining. You're stronger than you think. And knowing more about strokes gives you the power to live longer, happier, and on your terms. What's one small step you're ready to take to stay vibrant? Share it below. It's how we lift each other up. Now let's wrap this up with a quick look at what we've learned and why it matters. Let's tie it all together, my friends. Strokes are sneaky. They hit without warning, get mistaken for heart attacks, rob more than just your physical strength, and don't care if you're 60 or younger. But here's what we've learned today. Understanding strokes gives you the power to fight back. Knowing they can strike silently means you'll pay attention to your body. Clearing up myths helps you act fast. Realizing their deep impact pushes you to protect your joy and independence. And seeing they're not just for old folks gets you moving now. Prevention isn't a mystery. It starts with a little knowledge, and you've already taken the first step by being here. You're stronger than you think, and this is your chance to stay that way. Now let's make sure you don't miss what's next. This is just the start, my friends. Our next video dives into who's really at risk for strokes, and trust me, it might surprise you. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and share this with someone you care about. Let's keep learning and stay strong together. What's one person you'll share this with to age wisely? Drop their name below. Let's grow this community and live vibrant, worry-free lives.